have a lot of things to give to you guys today. Seriously, you've not seen anything. But before I start anything to say, my name still remains Jasmine Allo. You know your girl that gives you hot. The way it's hot on red carpet right now, we are Rescue Niger Mission. But before I tell you a lot of things about it, I will need to call on dignitaries, students, youth of Nigerians to talk about what is happening here today. I will always give you the best of the best. Like us in Reliable TV will have what it takes, to give you what will intrigue you to the fullest, to make you feel the fun of what is happening in the country. I'll be right back as I'll be doing justice to this event.
You can do it. I believe youth can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can. We can. We can. Nigeria yìí tí gbogbo wa ní kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí òmíràn tí a lè lọ. Àjò dàbí ilé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan.
His Excellency Executive Governor of Kogi State, the person of Governor GYB, the incoming President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, 2023, Inshallah, Inshallah Jesus. I also recognize the presence of all commissioners from Kogi State and other states from the southwestern of our dear region. I still remain my humble self, Comrade Dino Lowo Sahib Shola, the Southwest coordinator of REMIS. What are we talking about? Personally, I am tired of the way Amana Nigeria is being ruled. All our fathers, they have been in government as far back as 30, 40, 50 years. And they still want to retain the power. How long can we continue like this?
Never.
When is he going to get to our own turn?
No.
If you don't get it now, then we will never get it anymore. I want to call on all Nigerian youths to wake up from their slumber. We have been sleeping all of this while. See, I want to tell you, who tell you that tomorrow, 2023, come 2023, you cannot become the executive governor of your states. If Governor Yarabelo can become the executive governor of Kogi State at the age of 40 years, who says you cannot be the governor of your own state?
Yes, sir.
If the chief of staff here, who is the most youngest chief of staff in Nigeria, became the chief of staff at the early age, today is 38 years. 38 years. If the chief of staff to the governor.
Yes, sir.
If you listen to this man talking, you say, instead of you can conclude that even this one can rule Nigeria.
Yes.
But today, we have the man that has the capacity, that has the character, that is also competent to rule us in Nigeria. And it's no other person than Governor GYB.
Reliable TV was still on it, bringing you at its alt right now. Let me introduce him to you. Can we meet you, sir?
My name is Comrade Lawal A. Pounds, popularly called OGD. And I'm actually the state coordinator of this Rescue Nigeria Mission, REMINS. And equally and simultaneously, I happens to be the MC of today's event, the Southwest launching of REMINS. Thank you.
Wow, that's it about him. Sorry, can you tell us more about Remins?
Actually, REMIS is long overdue. I will say, REMIS is long overdue. Because when you look at what is happening now, when you look at where the pendulum is swinging, you will discover that the old generations that we relied on as our fathers, mentors, and leaders, they have failed us woefully. But this time around, as part of what I'm going to unveil today in this launching, I'm going to be telling people inside that hollow chamber that whenever I say REMIS, you say youth o'clock.
Are you hearing? Can you hear that? Seriously, youth o'clock. That's it. That's what we want. Seriously, we need changes. Like we need paramount changes. But continue what you're saying.
Yeah, what I mean by youth o'clock is that we all know who Governor Yaya Adoza-Bello is. Presently, he is the executive governor of Kogi State. And we know what he has been able to achieve in his term, 8-year term of leadership in Kogi State. But today, the youth have beckoned on him to please come and rescue this country. Based on his intellectual capacity, he is well mobilized, intelligent young man. Of course, as it is today, he is the youngest governor in Nigeria, no doubt. And of course, being the youngest governor in Nigeria, he has served in the executive power and has been in the corridor of power for the past 8 years. We have seen what he's been able to achieve within that, time frame. But today, the entire populace of Nigerian youth are calling on him as our leader. GYB, we're calling on him to come to please go and pilot the affairs of this country. What seems to be difficult to these older generations, Yaya Bello sees it as just as simple as a pap. Because we believe in him, we believe in his antecedent, and we believe in his administration in Kogi State. So therefore, we have come together today to launch this Southwest zonal arm of REMIS. And we believe that after today's launching, we're heading to other zonal launching. After that, we'll be gathering in Abuja to have our national convergence of all the youths of like minds to join together and to come together to see how we can pilot our leader, Governor Yaya Adoza-Bello, to that seat of power.
So, thank you so much, sir. So I want to ask a question. Lately, since you've evolved in this, how do you see the outcome in youth? You understand? What's your turn up like, sir?
The turn up of the youth, and of course the turnout of the youth, have been so tremendous, because we believe that we've been looking for a serious-minded youth that can come out. Not all these jokers that are busy, protesting, that are busy roaming about the street, that are busy fighting themselves on the media, that are busy, jesting about people that are serious in real life when they are busy over there on the internet fighting themselves. We believe in the youth who are physically, morally, and intellectually capable to speak to other Nigerian youth and see how Yaya Bello will become our president. Because he's a youth. And of course, as it is today, he's the youngest presidential aspirant vying for the position of #1 and Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And with God, inshallah, bikudratillah, Yaya Bello will be inaugurated as the President of Nigeria come 2023.
GYB.
The only answer.
GYB.
The only answer.
GYB.
The only answer.
Right now we are appealing to Governor Yaya Bello. He hasn't declared to us. He hasn't told us that he wants to contest for president. But we see the capacity in him. We see the competency in him. We are appealing. We are appealing to him. All the Southwest youth of Nigeria are telling him that we want him to come outside and tell Nigerians that he wants to contest for president of Nigeria. And we will give him our support 100%.
We've launched 3 zones already from the northern side, and in our database we have up to 6 million youths that have registered already. Round of applause for we want to change the narrative, and we want it before we go around the 3 geopolitical zones as we are doing the 4th one today. By God's grace, our database is going to grow up to 20 million, and all these people are willingly coming together to throw all their support behind their own. Not just their own, but their own with capacity. Their own who is competent. Their own whose character is worthy of emulation. In person of Alhaji Yahaya Adoza Bello. And everything I say about this young man, we take all the whole day to explain and expand each of the 3 words I used to describe who Governor Yahaya Bello is. It is the reason why we all came together from this platform that cut across the entire nation and said 2023 is the time. So ballot revolution is about to happen. And the 2023 is the time. But that's not just the point. If you put on a structure and help to form a government, how sure are you are going to be part of that government? And that is why the Rescue Nigeria Mission RENMIS decided to develop a platform that is one of its kind. It's never seen in the history of Africa. That no one will give his contribution towards this thing that will happen in 2023 and be forgotten. So you just have it at the back of your mind that once you're a member of RENMIS, your contribution is directly going to be remembered in changing the narratives and at the same time the betterment or making life easy for all and pushing Nigeria to be a country that all nations will want to copy from. And Yahaya Bello is that person with the capacity to do that. So our 30 to 40 million support we are canvassing now will count on the day of election come 2023. So we are assuring each and every member of RENMIS to understand that coming part of this journey will guarantee your future and the future of those yet unborn.
My name is A.S. Damat. I am the National Coordinator of Rescue Nigeria Mission, in short we're called RENMIS.
Oh yeah, Nigerians and most especially Nigerian youth sent me to this place to come tell you or to come ask you about what is happening here. Can you tell us more about the program here?
Yeah, the program for today is inauguration and induction of the Southwest coordinators of this novel movement. It's a movement of all Nigerian youth that cuts across religious, tribal, and political profiling or platform. We brought ourselves together under a single platform using technology to make sure that the situation or the problems our country is having we definitely rescue and salvage.
Okay. Now I want to ask, what has been the turnout and turn up for the youth of Nigeria so far since this thing has been going on?
Yeah, through our register, because we've already done the 3 geopolitical zones from the northern Nigeria, we have over 6 million people now on our register. Wow. And then we're expecting more. This is a movement that is guaranteeing 20 to 30 million votes for GYB. So okay. We're already there because 70% of the population is youth, and then 60 to 70% of the population are already accepting and being part of the movement, and we hope to get the remaining 30 on board so we can just see the deal. 2023 is our time. It is time for the youth and nothing more. Yeah. And it's going to be done through ballot revolution. We call it ballot revolution.
So yeah,
ballot. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay, I know that. What I want to ask you again is how you seen the, because Another thing is for you to invent something in Nigeria. Another thing is for you for you to see the future from the beginning. What future are you seeing in it?
The future is very bright and clear because the main problem we have in the country is social, economic, and political. And what this particular platform, Rescue Nigeria Mission, in short form RENMIS, is going to address is the three areas. So guarantee the socio-economic prosperity of our younger generations, and then to ensure and make sure that the leadership come 2023 is being steered by a young person.
In other words, you know an area, you know the areas which you can tackle to get what you want at a point in time, and that's a very nice one. So, how are you finding it? Are you do you love you being the national coordinator? Because I always believe once they call you a national coordinator, like her mom that I'm looking at right now, I'm expecting this kind of big and buoyant person that when you come out like this, people will just say, yeah, that's the national coordinator.
It's fun, but only being the national coordinator will not just guarantee you actualizing this kind of movement. So the people I have by my side, the number of youth, the capacity is coming from those ones who are around me. Being the national coordinator is just performing an oversight function. Wow. Because I have the idea that I am the chief visionary officer of the entire concept. So I perform the oversight function, but the real work is being done by my state coordinators, zonal coordinators. They're wonderful. There are people you cannot joke with. When you see them, all you see is capacity. Reliable TV from the onset has been a TV to follow and to watch. And then with the way their programs are very educating, attractive, and enlightening, is something that I want to urge everyone that is missing the good things that are happening on the Reliable TV to still hook up to Reliable TV, and then you come back and thank me later.
This morning I'm elated by the show of love and the response to the clarion call by our Nigerian youth. The time is now that it can only get better. And who don't know the time should check his clock. It is youth o'clock. It is youth o'clock. You see, when the DJ started with that Tabari Rawa Marawa, permit me, before I proceed, because of the spirit in me, recognize my boss, my principal, the leader of the team, the chief of staff, the king of boys, who is here representing the people's governor, the youth ambassador, the white lion, the tamer of criminals, the unifier of Nigeria, the only hope for Nigerian youth come 2023, and the man who will take and will sit on the iron throne, Alhaji Dr. Abiodun Ibikunle Yaya Adoza Bello. Because we have a young man who is showing that it is time for the youth. Because we have a young man that has graduated from the common clause of youth inclusiveness to youth ownership. You know now when any old man wants to talk to you, he will say youth inclusiveness in governance. When they want to identify themselves with the youth, they will dress like young people and say it's youth o'clock. And that is why I brought in the slogan that Tabari Rawa Amarawa. When we see ourselves, we know ourselves. No time for mago-mago, the youth eye don't shine. Before we know who, if we want to love Yaya Bello, we need to first know Yaya Bello. If you want to love Yaya Bello, you need to know Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello is a man who has committed the whole days of his life to the promotion and development of youths in Nigeria. He has proven it times without number. The government in Kogi is not youth inclusiveness, but it is youth ownership. It is a government for the youth, by the youth, and for the youth. And this is why we are calling on all Nigerian youths across boards. Ambition of Yaya Bello being called that he needs to come and run for president. It's not about him. It is about me and you. Yes. I say it anywhere we go, that you are Yaya Bello, I am Yaya Bello, every other person here is Yaya Bello. Because the emergence of Yaya Bello as a president of Nigeria marks the emergence of you as a governor in your state. marks your political liberation in your various nooks and crannies. It marks the birth of a new Nigeria. It marks a new era where every Nigerian will feel free to be in any part of Nigeria. We want a unifier, a man who values purposeful leadership, a man who knows what it takes for the North and South to be one, a man who will comfortably give you a Nigeria that you will travel by 11 p.m. in the night with your mind at rest, because you know that the chief security officer, the White Hawk, the White Lion, is awake guiding our roads. Yaya Bello says this thing at all platforms. He said, give me Nigeria, and Nigeria is secure. Because he knows the value of security. Who are those in the act of insecurity? Is it not we the youths? Who are those into kidnapping and robbery? It is still the youth. Who are those into snatching of ballot papers and ballot boxes? It is the youth. But when we purposefully engage our Nigerian youths to do what is expected of them, you will not have anybody going into violence or crisis. Look at the chief of staff as he was rightly introduced. Please, what kind of kidnapping can pay him better than where he is now? What kind of banditry can pay him more than where he is now? This is what I want you to ask yourself. You should look at yourself and know if this is where you want to be in Nigeria today. How many of us are graduates in our various spheres of lives and we don't have a good job? You go to school, you pay tirelessly, you go through the nooks of ASU strike and all that it takes. And you have a man in Kogi that has said no ASU strike and campuses are running. In 3 years, students graduate in federal and state-owned universities in Kogi State. This is what Yaya Bello represents. We cannot achieve this if we, the youth of Nigeria, don't rise. We cannot achieve this if we don't echo our voices to let them know that it is youth o'clock. The Nigerian Federal Civil Service says someone at the age of 60 is the time in which he should retire. Because it's a simple policy of life that as you grow older, you go weaker. And there is a time that you begin to diminish in life. If federal government could recognize at 60, you should go and retire. You should go and sit down at home. And they give you gratuity to thank you that this is a gratitude for you to go and stay. Now, you cannot rule the time of your father, the time of your children, and the time of your grandchildren. The time is now for us to rise. If anybody say we cannot do it, tell them that Tony Enahoro did it in his early 20s. If anybody say we cannot do it, tell him Sir Ahmadu Bello did it in his early 40s. If anybody say we cannot do it, tell them Sir Babawa Awolowo, the father who has led the path for us in Southwest, did it in his early 40s. If anybody say you cannot do it, tell him that we have had previous people who did it in Nigeria and they did it well. Even in the military era, Yakubu Gowon did it. In the military era, Murtala Muhammad did it. In the First Republic, we had people too who had done it very well, who say the youths cannot do it. The time is now.
My name is Comrade Kende Fadojutimi, the Ondo State Coordinator.
Are you serious? Yes. So you're my sister? Yeah. Where you know you from?
I'm from Ondo Ekimogun.
Ekimogun?
Yes. Are you
serious?
Yeah.
I'm from Ijare, Akure side.
Akure South, yes, that's Akure South. You're in Akure South.
So tell me, how you finding it? I always know these Ondo people to be, when you just in a place, they will know that yes, now vibrant.
When we are ready,
we are ready. But if we are not ready,
no.
we are not in.
When we say yes, when we say yeah, we say yes.
Yeah.
Within our yes, within our no.
I swear down. So how you doing?
And that is pure Ondo State for you.
That is Ondo State for
Ondo for the greatest. And Ondo for GYB.
Ah, yeah, Ondo for GYB.
Yeah, no other person but GYB.
Yeah, I just want you to put. I just want you to tell us what is happening right now. Like,
yeah, we are here for the Southwest inauguration today. We are here for the Southwest. We are all here together. We are here to create this awareness that this is the only man that knows the road. This is the only man that can do it. This is the only man we have actually come to play our pledge and our loyalty to. There's nothing we can do apart from this man. He's the youngest. He's the one that has the capacity. He's the one that is vibrant. He's the one that is competent. Look at him. He's handsome. He's handsome. The code of it is handsome. So I will always follow the handsome men. I will not follow another person.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, he has this youthful kind of energy in him.
Yes,
He's highly
the
capacitated.
capacity.
Yeah.
When you use the slogan, you use the capacity. He has it. When you go to Kogi State, there was sometimes I was in Kogi State, people were complaining. When I went there, then you now see that our media, they have not done justice.
You can imagine.
Our media have not done justice. Let's go to Kogi and say, there was a time I see this man. He was questioning the Chinese. He said, is this the type of work you do in your town? Can you allow people to stay in this type of hotel, in this type of hospital? This is part of what we want. This is what we need. A leader that can change and challenge another person's opinion.
In short, we need a capacitated leader who can call a spade at a point in time. Yeah. I know. I mean, that's really because I'm from Ondo State too. Yeah. So, yeah, I want you to have a message, to give a message to the, to the youth of Nigeria at a point in time about the program.
Yeah, the youth of Nigeria, the only thing I would just say that we have to wake up. It's not by money, it's not by negotiation. When we negotiate, it we go. When we seek for money, money we go. There's nothing we want to do than to sell ourselves for our future. We don't have to collect money, we don't have to make any negotiation. There's nothing any politician gives now that will last forever. It is something we can work. Look at majority of us here, we have our work. We are doing something. So that should tell you, if you don't give us money, we're cool with it. We are standing by our pledge. We are playing our own role. The time has come. I could remember I'm in my early 40s. In those days, I did political science in school. The kind of generational kings and generational political kings that we had then, they are still the one ruling us. So in the next 25 years, we should be able to bribe, we should be able to write, we should be able to sell our future for our children. We should be able to bribe the world for ourselves. We are bribing to our knowledge. We are bribing to what we have now. There's nothing we have now that will not say something for us in future. And what we have is this. There's nothing you can do. Go with this. Your card must be your lifetime. Your card must be where you lay your hands upon. Your card is a future. Please, on that day, don't misuse your card. Allow this card to talk for you. Allow this card to speak for your generation. Allow this card to even have a way or to pave a way for your children to come. We are not in the system of bribing. We are not in the system of collecting rights. We are not in the system of sharing slippers. A time will come, slippers will run out. A time will come, the clothes they are giving us, it will not be useful again.
A time will come, the kind of rice
you can only eat rice just for once. A bag of rice is what we can afford. Please, let's follow who knows road. I play my loyalty to Yaya Bello until death do us apart. I stand with him.
Nigeria yìí tí gbogbo wa ní. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wàrà mú. Kó máa gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sí ibòmíràn tí a lè lọ. Àjò lè dàbí ilé. Sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. Kémi gbé. Ẹ̀yin àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ó yá gbé. Ẹjọ́ gbé. We know. Agriculture, electricity, infrastructure, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Uyo, Anambra, Oji, Bayelsa, Benue, Makurdi, Cross River, Calabar, Delta, Iboni, Abakaliki, Toledo, Ekiti, Enugu, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, Dutse, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina,
Yeah. You know, that's just the tip of an iceberg. I told you when we talk about youth that are highly capacitated, they come from different angles. That's a little bit of the angle which you were talking about. Right now, what's happening here today? Can you tell us what's happening here today?
We are here for the Southwest inauguration of Rescue Nigeria Mission.
So how are you feeling right now?
As you can see, Kogi contingents are already present here in Lagos. And by the grace of God, we are going to shut Lagos down because as far as we are concerned, we are here to work for the incoming president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, inshallah, come 2023, the person of Alhaji Yaya Adoza Bello.
Okay, so can you tell us more about Rescue Mission?
Rescue Mission is a political campaign group that is the leading political campaign group for Alhaji Yaya Adoza Bello. And as a matter of fact, last week we are in Nasarawa Lafia precisely to inaugurate the North Central coordinators of Rescue Nigeria Mission. Rescue Nigeria Mission it has a structure that is highly institutionalized along all the senatorial district, the state, local government, and ward, and even down to the polling unit. As a matter of fact, as I'm talking to you now, Rescue Nigeria Mission is highly institutionalized in all the nooks and crannies of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And by the grace of God, we are going to use this as structure to make sure that 2023 we elect Alhaji Yaya Adoza Bello as the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by the special grace of God.
So how's the turnout be from the youth of Nigeria so far?
Well, as you can see, we are here to support our sisters and brothers from the Southwest. Last week was our inauguration in Lafia, Nasarawa State precisely, and here today we make sure we mobilize ourselves in a high number to storm Lagos to support our brothers for their inauguration that is holding today. As a youth, we have the strength, we have the vibe, we have the energy to make sure that we mobilize ourselves and install Yaya Bello as the president. We are tired of the old cargoes that continually and perpetually subjudice us, enslave us and colonize us. You understand? They will give us change and expect us to still recycle them as our president. But as a matter of fact, this time, we are here to change the narrative. We are here to make sure that we support our peer, which is Alhaji Yaya Adoza Bello, for him to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. As far as I know, he's the leading aspirant as far as the presidential struggle is concerned now. And he is the youngest aspirant as far as the presidential struggle is concerned now. And Nigerian youth are resolute and determined that we shall not rest until when we install Yaya Bello as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help us God. Yaya Bello, welcome our president.
I'm Ali Abdullahi Karo by name, all the way from Zaria.
Oh, you all the way from Zaria?
Yes.
We want to see a nation where Ajakuta iron and steel will work. There is no nation that develops without iron and steel. We have our own that is in mere need of $1 billion to be at full capacity. We neglected it and we are importing iron and steel from India and China today. Nigeria is the only nation that will borrow money from China and spend it in China. The youth of this country, the onus lies on you to challenge the status quo. We will never continue to lament like this. I, Abdul Karim Asuku Muhammad Jami, have key behind the call of our own Anthony Enahoro A.S. Damat. And we are saying 2023 is our day with destiny. We are saying enough is enough. And we are saying we need a GYB to attain a new Nigeria of our collective dream. Thank you and God bless you all.
This is all about 3 C's.
3 C's?
Yes.
Okay.
We're talking about character,
Oh.
competence,
Oh.
and what?
You
Just
tell
guess.
me. Capacity.
Capacity.
Oh, yeah, got it. What's my gift?
I'm going to dash you something. You have done what Mori cannot do. Let's go to the next question.
Also to tell us about the 3 C's, like.
Well, you know, what we are here for, we need to emphasize on these 3 C's to rescue Nigeria from all ramifications.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about this issue of rescue Nigeria mission, it's not all about the youth alone.
Yeah.
You know, Nigeria is suffering from economic predicaments.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no any sector you cannot point an accusing finger onto it.
Yeah, yeah.
But here, we are all here, we are all out in order to rescue Nigeria from its dilapidated structure.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Nigeria is in the dilapidation, what do you call it? Stage.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, with this in mind, we are here to rescue Nigeria, to tell the youth the reality. And we are going to focus on 3 ends here.
Yeah, yeah.
National unity, national progress, and national security.
Okay.
You know, Nigeria has been suffering from insecurity here and there.
Yeah.
Each region in Nigerian context is suffering from its own version of insecurity.
Yeah, yeah.
And we are here to tell Nigerians what to do and how to do it.
Yeah.
And our major task as educationists, and being an educationist of high repute, we are here to tell them the truth.
Yeah.
We are here to help them out.
Okay.
We are here to let them understand how to go about it.
Okay.
As youth, we have a lot to go.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we joined this marvelous and fantabulous remnants
Yeah.
to help and contribute with our own quota. You know, as a Nigerian, you should always place national interest above your personal interest. That is the reason why we are here to help the country out of this menace.
When I heard about this, great innovation, I was like, wow. So the youth of Nigeria could still have future for ourselves. So what can you say about this innovation, sir?
Like I said, I'm highly elated. I have a sense of fulfillment that the youth of Southwest Nigeria are truly ready for a new Nigeria. They are ready to see a Nigeria for a collective dream. They have resolved that they want to take the leadership, and that is what I have seen here. The ovation, the euphoria that filled the event today give a sense of fulfillment and confidence in us that indeed it will be 8 o'clock come 2023.
Yeah, yeah, I can say that, sir. What can you say about Nigerian youth as we speak concerning this innovation? Are they turning up? Are they turning out for real?
They are not just turning out for real. They are showing that indeed they are tired of the status quo and they are truly ready for a change of attitude, and they are committed to taking the driver's seat that will catapult our nation to where it ought to have been in the Committee of Nations globally.
Thank you so much. It's nice having you on my red carpet. I just want a word for the Nigerian youth.
Well, like I've said earlier on, all we need from Nigerian youth is to have a requisite or a desire, a concerted change of attitude. A change of attitude that will shun the sentiment being religious, sentiment being political party, and we have to believe in ourselves, we have to be united, we have to take advantage of our diversity. United we stand and divided we fall.
I will urge each and every one of us watching this program to please don't turn away from these reliable TV, as we are ready to serve you better programs and events as they unfold. Thank you, and God bless Nigeria.
Reliable TV, dependable TV, incomparable. We are the best.
Reliable TV, àjànàkú kọjá mo rí nǹkan fìrí.